Hello, Monsters of Ancient. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 9. Good. I actually checked that just literally seconds before and it just exited my head immediately, so that's good. Anyway, so last time we're kind of in a bit of a knife fight with a lot of Empire factions because we take their stuff and then they kind of take it back, but at the same time they're wrecking their own house. So I mean, what do I care, right? I just need more money, basically. I need to sack them. I need to get more money.
By Sigma, no.
Oh, but by Sigma, fucking yes, Theodric, and you're on my shit list as well. I mean, what? Not okay. You.
I travel the world seeking
the seven
tools.
seas.
Today
I am watching you through a. Why aren't you at war with Nordland? You big shit, eh? Never mind. Okay, I'm not going to bother with Oops, right, because we'll probably lose that. I'm just going to live my best orc life, just wrecking shit and pooping in it. Not necessarily in that order. Yeah, see? No point. No points. It's fine. Like they've now got a lovely level 1 settlement to defend. Enjoy, losers! What I need to do... Grutter's been... Follows no, a plague as they can hold in the Empire, and plague victims begin to take on traits all too familiar to both Skaven and men. What? Okay, so is there... What, there's a plague? Is there a plague? Well, I can't see one. Can't see it. Right, let's go and kill these guys. Can we just... I'd lose my Wolf Riders. That's fine. That's just a lot of... It's just a lot of archers to chase all over the place. I'm just not that invested. Right, Scepter of Stability, blah, 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 blah. Right. I need the cash, so we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Can I recruit? Oh, holy shit, I can. What? Okay, so we've got a reasonable front line. We've got some monsters and stuff. We could get Little Gork. We could get the... We could get Queenie. Good old Queenie. Could get some artillery. We could get the huge peckers back. I do like my huge peckers. You know, what can I say? If someone shows me a huge pecker, I'm like, yes, son. I'm in. Let's pop Karabberg. It's right there. Sack it for big monies. There we go. Money problem solved. You know, I mean, I'm not like I had a huge problem, of course, but I mean, now I've got less of a problem. So that's nice. Let's get that one. And Zajar. Can get that. Right, do we have... Right, 2 turns. You know what? I'm going to get rid of all these light goblins, because I don't need them. I will. Now, you are... You're not anti-infantry. I could give you more melee defense. That would make you a little bit tanky. I'm kind of liking that idea. So that gives you 34, 26, and you've got 60 armor, plus 63 weapon strength. And you're pretty fast. Squigs. Is there anything they can't do? I mean, math is, but then I can't do math either, so, you know, what can we say about that? Are you at war with... You're at war with Zufbar and the Bloody Spears. Are the Bloody Spears at war with Ungram? They are. Okay, good. I mean, as long as everyone's, like, fighting each other, that's okay. Plus the dwarves are dead, which is nice. Oh, hello.
You need a boon? I foresee destruction.
Well, yes, okay. So there's a little chaos invasion there. Let's go with Brainbuster. Let's go with that. We'll go and raise Capel. They'll probably run to defend Capelberg because it's their only city, right? I don't think they'll run away. I don't think they will, but I could be wrong. I was wrong. They ran away. They legged it. Their last little settlement. Skull Smashers. I'll take him. Estalian Conquistadors. Many Estalians, having fled the destruction brought on by the Brayherds in their homelands, sold themselves into indentured servitude to reach the new world. The sudden surge in labour means suddenly no jobs, making paying back those loans difficult. Worse still, thousands of fresh refugees from Bill Bailey pour into each day, blah blah blah. Common, yeah, whatever. Right. Sure. Dung Shoveler. Everyone gets Dung Shovelers. A lovely Dung Shoveler. Right, kill you. We will occupy it. Because I have some of this province. You are now living by yourself. We will come out of the city because you will come back to attack us. You will lose your mind and suicide yourself. Do I want to take this or do I ignore it? I want to try and knock out the Empire. I think they've only got... oh no, they've got these settlements over here as well. I'm like, oh, it's the worst. Oh, hello, Heinrich.
Orcs approach. How delightful. Should I have my thralls gut you now or after you have spoken?
I prefer after.
By all means.
There we go. There we go. Getting some... I mean, not friends, but... common thingy-majigs. Wait, what did I do? Did I retreat? I didn't mean to retreat. I meant to attack it. Sorry. Change my mind. Let's just occupy. Okay, I need to wipe out the Empire, because the last thing I need is the Empire to start confederating all the other factions and coming back, because we've seen that before. Unless you wipe a faction out, they'll be back. It's literally the worst. Rakarth, I'm talking about you. Mr. I've got one settlement left. Oh no, actually I've got all of the settlements because apparently the Empire folded like a bitch. Oh, the rage. The sheer rage. Did I recruited the huge Peckers, didn't I? That's right, I remember now. Okay, let's get... I would like a River Troll Hag, so let's go that. Let's get the defences. How much money do we have? Plenty. So let's get that. So I mean, we're losing... I mean, we got loads of money. Fine. We got loads of cash. Good job.
To die in battle.
Yeah, if you could just... I mean, just dying would be good. To be honest, that'd be my preference. If you could just die. Let's get defences. We want some money, because why not? We've got damaged buildings at Karabberg. Do I care about that? Not really. Not really. Worry about that later. It's nice to see Aberheim. I mean, because, you know, that's a bit of a area of denial. I do like the Beastman mechanic. I think the Beastmen went from... Well, to be honest, I hated playing the Wood Elves, and as much as I loved the Beastmen, their campaigns were not fun. And Creative Assembly just turned that right around. The Wood Elves are now a really fun faction to play. The Beastmen are a really fun faction to play. If you haven't picked them up, I would definitely urge you to do so. Because they're a lot of fun now. So, definitely give them a shot. Right, you're dead. And that's good, because we can still replenish. Because we were outside the settlement. You see, that's why we do it. So you take the last settlement of an enemy, and even if they've just got one general running away, don't leave them. Just come out of the settlement, right? If you've taken the settlement, just hop out of it, right? You'll have enough movement to just exit the city. Just stand next to it, because what they'll likely do is come back and lay siege to it. Now that means you won't get a turn of replenishment because you can't replenish under siege. But if you're outside the city, you still replenish. See, that's why you do it. Little monsters bound top tip. I mean, it's the only one you're going to get, so you know, do with that as you will. Can you please just die? Thank you!
Let's go.
So much to ask for. Okay, Ostland are still leaving us alone, so we'll go and deal with Midland. I'm going to scooch over here. Lay a little ambush. See, I mean, we'll probably get spotted because there's a lot of us, but I don't think we can reach them. Oh, we can. Well, then we definitely should. If we can reach them, we definitely should. I don't think we could reach them, but we can. It says Pyrrhic victory, but, I mean, the Dakar boys. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Doing the classic orc strategy of charge, which works. Of course, backed up. Oof, starting to bleed through into more speech. Backed up by the Dakar boys, who are explosively good fun. It's like the 5th of November, except with less body count. It's like the 4th of July for you heathens. Should I say rebels? See, this is why you shouldn't hold a sparkler by the hot ends. I would... This is what happens if you don't do that. So, good. Anyway, so the boys are climbing up the walls, and I'm going to be honest, there's no real way that this Empire army is going to survive this. This is carnage. We've taken a little bit of damage as we've approached the walls, but nowhere near enough. Because as soon as we get up there, guess who's going to die? These archers aren't so going to be much as killed, but more like filleted. Azhag is getting stuck in against the halberdiers over here. He's doing pretty well there. 33 kills, and the handguns as well, making sure they're no longer a problem. I'm trying, because now our boys are up on the wall, I don't want to blow them up with our own arrows. So I'm having to be a little bit careful about who I target. So units that aren't currently engaged with the orc boys. And even then, we get a few casualties. So, you know, it's just about being careful. Some handguns that they're repositioning, trying to get a bead on the old Dakar boys, but nope, too late. Way too late. And the orcs now up on the walls. There's a bunch of Imperial soldiers, spearmen, and a few outriders hanging around. We're just gonna... There's no real finesse to this. It's just charge in, kill as much as possible. Enemy gates are down as we had the red one and Zarjar over at the other side. I mean, surrounded by spearmen isn't the best place for the big red one to be. But he seems to be having a whale of a time, so I'm just going to let him... Even Zarjar's like, he'll sleep tonight, won't he? Sounds like up to 50 kills, look at that! Ripping through those handgunners. The War Army fight... I should have set the War Army to auto... to AI control, because I can't be bothered to actually tell them to do stuff. I'm too busy watching my orcs kill stuff, which is, you know, more interesting. Get them, lads! Little foot of Gork there slams it. I mean, there's still quite a lot of spearmen here as our boys clamber down off the wall and start carving their way through them.
Die, Greenskins scum!
More of the boys piling down off those walls. The big red one has been joined by Zarjar. And I'm going to be honest, he's just carving his way through Jesus. Spearmen everywhere. I mean, so far, so good. Zarjar's up to 15 kills. That's pretty good. Azhag's flapping around. I can't decide where I want Azhag to go, really. Chasing off the enemy general. Our boys are trying to force their way down the streets. More and more boys There goes the war. Should help a little bit. Continuing to pile onto those walls. I mean, to be honest, I should just go through the gate at this point. There's no point going up on the wall, but, you know, who can be bothered to think about things? Big Redden up to 116 kills and just splattering spearmen. I think a number of these spearmen have taken quite a lot of damage through his general attacks, and now he's just starting to squelch them. Just racking up the kills, which is very nice. Continuing to force our way. Azhag there up to 64 kills. Seems to be doing alright. Still trying to kill a Volkmar the Grim is down here. But we've now got the War forces rampaging through the city. Our forces pushing through. Azhag, though, not having a great time. I'm not really paying attention to what Azhag's doing, and this is going to be a problem. Azhag's routing, but he's very low on health, and he's getting shot up by archers. That's too low. That's way too low. He's regenerating. But you know what? I think this battle might have desynced because Azhag didn't get away. He did not get airborne. He died. He's airborne. He's off. He would have escaped. Yeah, no. In the actual battle, that didn't happen. So to be honest, Azhag was over here, not even over there, as far as I remember. So I think this battle desynced. Oops. It doesn't really happen very often in Warhammer battles, but mods can sometimes have a bit of an effect. The first desync I've noticed, though. Oh. Not a huge problem. So yeah, basically Azhag landed down here, and he tried to get away, but ended up dying. He got down to about 50 health, got airborne, and then someone sniped him, and I was like, ah, oh, no. Volkmar's having a bad day. Surrounded by big burly boys. And we're continuing to push through, cutting our way through the Empire soldiery. Our forces are now converging on the city centre from all directions. The big Redden actually is he's done very well. 187 kills, look at that. He's just carved his way through everything we've sent him against. So unfortunately this battle's desync, which means it's not happening as it did, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, ultimately the result was basically fairly similar. Apart from Azhag died. Oops. Okay, well losing Azhag wasn't great. I'm going to sack that. I've got to be a little bit careful now because Azhag was what was making that army quite as brutally killy as it was. Let's maybe go with Oglock for the moment.
What you want?
41 missile strength. What's that? No, rubbish. 55 melee attack.
Now's the time.
This is the worst thing that's happened to anyone ever. When's Azhag back? Just out of interest. 5 turns? It's fucking ages.
Start the war.
It's bullshit, that's what that is. Right, okay. So, with that in mind, let's go into replenishment. You have normal skills, but you do increase melee attack, armor. It's mostly ball boy, but you do give more melee attack to orc boys, so there is that small boon, I guess. Still, That was silly. Shouldn't have lost Azhag there. Wasn't paying attention. At least
Impossible.
I think.
My hand hovers close to
I don't think we're in any real trouble.
Now's the time.
He says. Probably not. I mean, worst case scenario, we have to pull back to Altdorf for a bit, just to wait for Azhag to come back, because Azhag was the linchpin. He just made everything so efficient, didn't he? Gods, what a lad. So I don't need any of the max red skills at the moment because they're not really going to be very helpful. So let's go with choppers for the moment. And our magical supports can have evasion and foot of Gork because both of those are useful. I'm going to knock down that because I don't think I need it. And we've got defences there, which is good. Right, Ungrim. Ungrim is an issue. But I'm hoping... No, Wraithen still doesn't like me. I smell things. You stink of fear. Good. Make trade easy. Yeah, you don't want trade, though. I mean, could you just kill Ungrim for me? He's just hanging around, making the place look untidy. It would be great. It would be super nice if you could just shank him for me. Okay, with any luck, they don't have like a massive stack waiting in the... I mean, if they do, at least it's probably just spears and archers. I mean, the archers will be kind of annoying, and we won't have vanguard deployment, so that's a bit of a bugger. But still, apart from that... And or demigryph, yep. I mean, as long as I don't have a stack of demigryphs, then that's fine. He says. They almost certainly don't have a stack of demigryphs. Hello, a non-aggression pact, and you're willing to give me money. I will take your tribute. Got other things to be doing. Humans are ill, blah blah blah. More obedience. And we've got. We already have. I'm gonna pay the tribute, I think. Aberland has been destroyed. Good. Atharti uprising. Unwilling to stop themselves, the cultists of Atharti have begun pillaging the surrounding area. Whether their victims are or aren't Druki doesn't matter, as the Atharti adherents at this point see only one goal: to exceed in pleasure or in pain. I mean, if they're that desperate, just look at the house prices. That's pain enough. If that don't get you, nothing will. Do we come down here? Maybe go up that way? I think this is probably the safer option, he says. Oh, hello.
The boys are restless.
Oh, hello, Carl.
Do not take me for a fool.
Okay. If I come down here...
I like it. This is my land.
We're probably fine. We're probably fine. So, you know. I mean, our archers, although they're not the Daka boys anymore because Azhag left. Although they may not be the Daka boys, we're still, you know, pretty fucking killy. So I reckon we can deal with all of that shit. Oh, it's so silly to get Azhag killed. Feels bad. Just because I wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. Sorry, he'll be back soon. And with an untwistable stomach. I can't guarantee his stomach will be untwistable, to be brutally honest. That's for pump wagon. Don't really need them. Don't need that. That's all goblin stuff. Which, well, I am getting a stack of goblins, so I probably should grab those. I mean, they're all one-turn things, so let's grab that. We've got the scrap. I'm not worried about Karaberg. You can be a specialist. Just keep stabbing. Just keep stabbing. I forgot to move Grutter. You're attacking Grunberg, which is fine. I mean, as long as you don't take Altdorf. Because that's your key settlement, isn't it? That's where your nasty shit comes from. So if you don't have that, then basically you're running around with spears and archers. Which is not necessarily a problem. Yeah, that one. I haven't actually been checking what my public order's like. Midland's not good, but that's not surprising. Everywhere else is fine.
I'll crush them all! Ha! Violent!
Go and bop that. Let us loot and occupy. And it looks like you're under siege. Who's attacking you?
Hovers close to my blade.
1,000 Moors. Must be the 1,000 Moors because they're only at war with me, and I know I'd know if I was laying siege to them. I'd know it. Oh god, I need someone to raid. I could start a fight with Oslands, but I mean, money is not the worst at the moment, so we'll worry about money in a minute. And we've still got 3 turns of war. Azhag will be back when the war finishes. At that point, we're fine. So I'm okay with this. Made peace. I mean, I kill the AI characters all the time. And they usually pop back a turn later. Just keep popping them. With any luck, someone else will kill them for me. You block your army.
Never.
Well, you say never.
What you want?
But you were wrong, Carl. Because look, it happened. It happened. Was speed and melee attack for goblin units? Does that include night goblin units, though? There's goblin. So goblin units are different from night goblin units. Apparently. Apparently, that's the case. I mean, if 1,000 Moors can take out Marienburg, then that's going to be very helpful. So, big fingers crossed for that one. You damage walls, because actually damaging walls could be quite useful. Obviously, we don't need it with Azhags around, because Dakka boys just blow everything up. Being on the wall when the Dakka boys are around is not really a safe place to be. It just feels like a place where you die. Did they take it? Holy shit, they took Marienburg. Well, that means that Marienburg's screwed. Oh, look at all these little shitty armies wandering around. I never have shitty little armies, and the reason is because they just get annihilated. Or further, I will keep my money. Abuse them. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get steel technology for you, for no particular reason.
Send me to battle.
I'm going to go and... The problem is there's 2 agents there, so the likelihood is we'll be spotted.
This is my land.
I don't think anyone else can reach us, so I'm just going to sit in ambush there and see what happens. Goodness me, there's a few lads here, isn't there? Just raiding us. Okay, we'll do that. The huge Peckers can have, what do we think, longer weapons or charge bonus? Their charge bonus is 63, which isn't great. Longer weapons to give them bonus first large. I'm going to give them blinkers. And then you guys kind of survive on your charge bonus, so I'm going to give you that. Let's get I'm not too bothered about spider riding, but I could get this one, which gives... Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. You can assault them and fail, but good attempt. And you just live there for a moment. At some point you may be useful, but at the moment you just stay there. Can we block Carl? No. Failed that time. Okay, I'm hoping that Carl goes for Uber's right. What? Oh, Scarstick's actually coming to help. Oh, good old Scarstick. I knew he would. He's got 6 shitty... Oh, he's got 4 shitty little armies and 1 actual army. Okay, interesting shouts. Where's Carl gone, do we think? He laid siege and then he laid siege and wandered off. I don't know where Carl's gone though, because he was over here. Ooh, Slaughterhorn and Riker have... How the fuck has Nordland got that many fucking armies? I mean, I know they're just spears, but Jesus. Well, more money. I need it. I'm going to be bankrupt in 2 turns. Which is at times. Okay, can we... Are you going to run away? Please don't run away too far. That's fine. Come here. I just want to talk about how I'm going to kill you. Let's give you those. Kill that. Then that'll give us some nice big monies. Show me the monies. I mean, that's some monies. That was some monies. It wasn't quite enough. It wasn't quite the amount of monies I wanted, but it was something. Oh, I'm not in range. I'm gonna have to disband Sly. Okay, that's better. Sly wasn't doing anything, so it feels like kind of a waste of money. But such is life. Let's bring you over here.
Start the war. Let's get moving.
How much will we get for sacking Gromberg? Just out of interest. 4,000. Okay. It's not the most, but it's fine. I can't spend any more money. Research-wise, anything that's going to give us income from raiding, income from sacking settlements, pointier rocks. That's a technology you can rely on. Don't care about that. Holy fuck! How the Oh, the fucking AI, man. The fucking AI, look at this bullshit. Look at this total bullshit. Battle for Nagasisha. Deep in the labyrinth tunnels. And the Nagasisha, don't care. An ancient device worse to life. The red obelisk, an insidious-looking stele that pulses with purple light and cracks the air, has fed deeply on the murder brought in by the Tillians and Dwarves. It's called a siren song, and now Ark and the Black, Manfred von Carstein, and nearby Necratch Brotherhood send forces to claim its dark power. And Cataph found ancient artifacts in the Red Deserts. And Azhag's back. Hooray! Like fuck for that! Whoop whoop. And while Modz retains, we've got more scrap. Okay, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Anything good? We've got a feral hydra. We've got a lava Ragnarok spider. That's good. We've got the big bonus. We've now got 20 charge. Right, you're getting kicked out. Where's Azhag? There he is. Oh, that feels much better. Right. Right, you mother-loving sons of bitches. Azhag's back. And he hasn't had any supper. I mean, he has. I mean, he's had plenty of recuperation time, basically. But that's not the point. The point is, we're going to get stuck in, and we're going to wipe out this entire empire of 3 stacks of empire troops in one fell swoop. But that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.